Before there was Iron Man, before Batman brooded on rooftops, before the word superhero even existed in pop culture, there was Superman. He didn't just kick off a new genre, he defined it. Today, we're going deep into the legacy of the Man of Steel. We'll explore how Superman was created, his evolution in comics, the incredible powers and weaknesses that made him iconic, his many live-action portrayals, and the villains that challenged him. This is the full story of Superman.
Origins of a legend.
Superman was born during tough times. It was the Great Depression. In 1938, two Jewish teenagers from Cleveland, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, sold their character to what would become DC Comics. That character first appeared in Action Comics #1, and it changed everything. Superman was different. He wasn't a vigilante in a mask or a detective with gadgets. He was an alien from another planet, with the strength of a god and the heart of a farm boy. His real name? Kal-El. His Earth name? Clark Kent. And his mission? To fight for truth and justice.
The evolution of power.
At first, Superman couldn't even fly. He could jump really far. He had super strength and could outrun a train. But the fans wanted more. So over the years, his powers expanded. Flight, X-ray vision, heat vision, freeze breath, invulnerability, super hearing, super speed. He became the ultimate powerhouse. Writers started creating new threats just to keep things interesting. Kryptonite was introduced in the 1940s to give him a real weakness. Red sun radiation, magic, and psychic attacks were added later. But make no mistake, Superman was still top of the food chain.
The symbol of hope.
Superman wasn't just strong. He was moral. He wasn't cynical. He believed in people. That idealism made him timeless. He became a symbol of hope, not just for readers, but for America. He represented the immigrant experience, a boy from another world, raised in the heartland, trying to do good. This is where Superman stands out. He doesn't kill, he doesn't seek revenge, he saves everyone, even the villains. That's his true superpower.
Superman on screen.
In 1941, Superman leaped from the page to the screen with animated shorts by Fleischer Studios. These were gorgeously hand-drawn and helped shape his visual identity. Then came the 1950s George Reeves TV show, which introduced him to living rooms across America. George Reeves portrayed Superman as a wholesome, fatherly figure, dependable and steady, reflecting post-war optimism. But in 1978, something huge happened: Superman. The movie, starring Christopher Reeve, made audiences believe a man could fly. Directed by Richard Donner, the film treated Superman with reverence, emotional depth, and awe. Reeve brought a duality to the role. As Superman, he was noble and serene. As Clark Kent, he was clumsy, soft-spoken, and endearing. This contrast captured hearts. Reeve reprised the role in 3 sequels, though the quality varied, especially with Superman 4. The Quest for Peace, Reeves' Superman remained a beacon of hope and idealism. His portrayal became the gold standard and remains iconic decades later. In 2006, Brandon Routh stepped into the cape for Superman Returns. The film was a spiritual successor to Reeves' Superman and tried to honor the legacy while updating it for a new audience. Routh's performance was understated and respectful, portraying a Superman who felt alienated and alone, returning to a world that had moved on. The film was visually impressive, but received mixed reviews for its lack of action and emotional weight. Then came 2013. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel reimagined Superman with a darker, more philosophical lens. Henry Cavill's Superman was powerful and conflicted, burdened by his difference from humanity and uncertain about his place in the world. This Superman wrestled with what it meant to be a savior in a morally gray universe. Some fans loved the grounded approach. Others missed the brighter optimism. Cavill continued the role in Batman v Superman, 2016, where Superman faced public skepticism and political controversy, and in Justice League, 2017/2021, where he returned from death to lead the team. His Superman was noble, somber, and always restrained, a reflection of Snyder's mythic tone. Meanwhile, on television, Smallville, 2001 to 2011, gave us Tom Welling's Clark Kent, a young man growing into his destiny. The show focused on character development, relationships, and teenage drama, revealing the journey to Superman without the suit until the very end. In the 2000s and 20s, Superman and Lois introduced Tyler Hoechlin's version, a more mature Superman juggling heroism with being a husband and father. This grounded portrayal explores balance, responsibility, and legacy. Fans have praised Hoechlin for blending classic Superman charm with relatable modern struggles. Now, all eyes are on James Gunn's upcoming Superman reboot set for 2025, promising to reintroduce the character for a new generation.
Villains and conflicts.
What makes a hero legendary is the strength of their villains, and Superman has some of the best. Lex Luthor, his oldest rival, a brilliant businessman and scientist who sees Superman as a threat to human potential. General Zod, a Kryptonian war criminal who wants to rebuild Krypton on Earth. Brainiac, a cold, alien intellect who collects cities and destroys worlds. Doomsday, the monster who killed Superman in the 1992. Storyline, the death of Superman. Darkseid, the ruler of Apocalypse and DC's ultimate cosmic threat. Then there's Bizarro, Parasite, Metallo, Toyman, and Mr. Makes-It's-Block, a trickster from the fifth dimension who causes chaos just for fun.
Alternate Supermen.
Over time, we've seen many alternate versions of Superman. Kingdom Come Superman, an older, jaded version who returns to lead a new generation of heroes. Injustice, Superman, driven to tyranny after the death of Lois Lane. Red Sun Superman, what if Kal-El landed in Soviet Russia instead of Kansas? Calvin Ellis, President Superman from Earth 23, inspired by Barack Obama. These versions help us examine different sides of his character, his power, his morality, his limits.
The legacy.
Superman is more than a superhero. He's a symbol, a myth, a challenge to us all to be better, kinder, braver. His story has changed and evolved, but that core message remains. Use your gifts to help others. And as long as there are people who believe in that, Superman will never really go away. Thanks for watching. If you love this deep dive into Superman's history, hit that like button, subscribe for more videos on your favorite heroes, movies, and TV shows, and tell us in the comments, who is your Superman? Reeve, Cavill, someone else? Let's talk about it. Until next time, stay heroic.